Hey guys, you're watching Boogie Travels, and today we're going to travel to Dallas, Texas for a small gaming convention called Retropalooza, one of the first conventions I've gone to, and I've gone to 6 of the 7 that exist. Now, I will show you that video very soon, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. For some reason, I've seen the request over and over again. Boogie, I love seeing the destinations that you travel to, but I want to see you actually traveling. So I'm not really sure why. I think maybe it's because I'm a big guy. Maybe that's it. But regardless, I figured it'd be a very simple thing to show you as I head out to Dallas this weekend. I will show you me on a plane, how I set up my hotel room, what I pack, the types of things I bring with me, and just what the general idea is like for me. I'll even throw maybe some budget saving tips ideas in there, and the way that I try to save money on these trips. So I hope this is something you'll enjoy. It's very different from the other types of videos I'll put on this channel, but in the future, if you decide you want to know what it's like when I travel, it'll always be like this. If you have any requests like this that are unusual, let me know in the comment section below. If you got a destination in mind, let me know. I will consider going there. And while you're down there, hit subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join the Boogie Travels family. I'll be glad you did. All right, let's go get on a plane, and let's go to Dallas. So probably the most frustrating part of traveling as a big guy is you're pretty much guaranteed to get patted down every single time, especially when you got a lot of loose skin and stuff like me. But obviously they're patting a lot of people down, so I guess it's fairly common. But as a big guy, you're guaranteed to get patted down. Also, as a fat guy, it's difficult to stay on your diet when you travel. There's a ton of junk food, but if you look at the right places, you will find fruit, you will find vegetables, you will find raw nuts, so it's good to grab some of these before you get on a plane, because otherwise if you don't, when you're on a plane, they're going to hit you up with the tough stuff. The problem is, look at these bananas. Ugh. Probably go for some cashews. It's a short flight today, but if I was going to buy something, I'd probably buy some cashews and a bottle of water. So I'm not tempted to do the soda or the chips or any of the garbage that they try to sell you on the plane. Ooh, yogurt. Yum. Here's one of the coolest things about flying out of XNA. You get stuck here. You can always play giant chess or giant checkers because they have these available. They even have a poker table. You can play with poker chips, cards. Yeah, it's not a bad place to get stuck. And it's a kind of cool airport with a Best Buy machine and even old school shoe shine place. The problem is it only has 5 gates. It's a very small airport. It's very efficient, so the chances of you ever getting stuck here is pretty much close to 0. Also, if you're going to be traveling anyway, may as well play a little bit of Pokemon Go. Here's a hint, little tip for the fatties. Moving sidewalks are a great way to get a few extra feet in without wearing out your legs. Okay, I'm going to actually walk. Have I mentioned how tempting it is to be in one of these airports as a big fat fatty? Let me tell you, there's not a lot of healthy restaurants. But if you want pretzels, they're here. Though there is a really nice bar in this airport, so too bad I don't drink, because I hear it really takes the edge off of flying. Got some time to kill. They do have really good chicken wings here, though. I had them a long time ago when I was waiting on a flight. I dream about the chicken wings here. But not today, chicken wings. Not today. The good news is, the gate that I'm flying out of today is actually a Pokestop. So, sit here in this nice little rocking chair for the next 20 minutes until they start boarding. And try my best to not eat Annie Ann's. It smells good. Tastes bad. Oh, and instead of getting a water today, I went ahead and got a vitamin water. This is not particularly good for you, especially because the bottle has 100 calories of wasted calories in it. But since I'm fighting off a cold, does 150% of my vitamin C today, as well as holes in my pocket, so I'm not coughing and getting everybody else on the plane sick. So that's one way to travel. Now, obviously, some planes are bigger than others. Some are easier to get onto. Some have first class. It's the only thing I can comfortably sit in. Sometimes the business class is a little bit smaller, but still fairly roomy. This time I got really lucky. Not only was the business class roomy, it was able to get the belt around me without needing a belt extender. A lot of times, if you go all the way to the back, though, there's very, very little room, especially for a sized person, and you're probably going to need a belt extender. If you can afford it, first class is the way to go. Huge waste of money, though, especially for just a short trip. So I recommend business class if you want to spend a little extra, have a little extra room. Now, when it comes to walking, that's not something I really struggle with anymore. So it doesn't matter how big the airport is, but some of these airports are massive. When you go to LAX, chances are you're gonna end up taking a bus and a train and Lord knows what else just to get to your destination. Fortunately, I got off fairly close here at Dallas, but keep in mind, if you ever are unable to walk that distance, if you're too sore, if you're too sick, know that they will assist you. So all you gotta do is ask for assistance and show up a little extra early. Looks like somebody got dropped off curbside and needed assistance, and I guess they left the wheelchair here for some reason, which is not supposed to happen. But I can't tell you how many times I have gone through airports needing to have my wife, or my ex-wife I should say, or a friend, or even someone at the airport push me on one of these silly things. Glad I'll never have to do that again. Thought it might be interesting to show you guys what I pack when I come to this kind of stuff. So obviously I use a CPAP machine, and if you use one as well, keep in mind, it is okay to check these in your luggage, but if you can't sleep without one, you're running a really big risk. That's why I have this really strong, hard luggage, because I don't want it to get broken, I don't want to get lost. I have 2 weeks worth of medications, more than I'll need for a 4-day trip, but that's just to be safe. Melatonin, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, that kind of thing. I also always carry in with me my own set of electrical cords. Obviously everything I need to charge everything, camera batteries, and my CPAP machine, and my iPad, and all the other cool stuff that I bring with me. But I also bring my own extension cord that has USB ports and everything else, just in case. You never know if a hotel is going to be up to date on the stuff they have or not. And when it comes to electronics that I travel with, all this gets put into a backpack that I carry on myself. We got extra battery for the camera. We've got our nice laptop that's perfectly capable of rendering video. Got an iPad to mess around and fool around with at night, so I'm not tempted to waste the battery or resources here. Bring my Nintendo Switch because I can play it on the plane, also the phone, and then just in case you don't want your battery going dead for no matter what your device, so you're able to charge your phone, able to charge your Switch, able to charge your camera batteries. I always bring a couple of bricks with me as well. I got these during the Pokemon Go days, and this Mountain Dew one gifted to me by the folks over at Mountain Dew. Okay, I realized that I did not show this in my original video, but this is my travel blanket, or my travel sheet, I should say. I'm going to go and slice this into some part of the video. I don't know when I'll show it to you, but I've had this exact sheet since my freshman year of college. This is the very first sheet I had for my twin bed. It's tiny, but what I use it for, I use it to, just as a little piece of home that I travel with. I use it to wrap my CPAP mask, and then on top of that, it's nice to have, and I use it to keep my CPAP mask safe. But I think it's weird. I'm a 45-year-old man with a blankie. And you'll notice it's always tempting to get a king-size bed, but as per usual, I've got 2 beds in the room, one for me and one for my luggage. Yeah, that's actually what I generally use the second bed for. It's so much more convenient. You just go ahead and throw it on the second bed and just grab things as you need it off the second bed. It's close by, convenient. Way better than hanging stuff up. I mean, do I look like a guy who cares about wrinkles? Come on. One more essential item, and that is going to be a water bottle. I always pack one of these in my luggage. Got this nice one at the YouTube Gaming E3 lounge this year, I believe. Because here's the thing, a lot of the times you'll have a bottle of water like this in the room that's really retail of like $1. They want you to spend $5 or $6. But the tap water's free. Hey, now look what I discovered though. Check it out. Not every hotel chain is there to make money on you after you already moved into the room. Because here, the water is complimentary. Thanks, Sheridan. Here's the view from the 6th floor, by the way. We're in Arlington, Texas for this particular trip. Right across the street from Six Flags over Arlington. I might end up heading over there later today. I would not normally book a room this nice or this convenient because I like to save money when I can, but since the convention organizers, Retropalooza, booked it for me, hey, we're staying somewhere really nice. This probably seems like a bit of a no-brainer for a lot of people out there, but for a big guy who has large clothing like I do, specifically this 10X Francis shirt that I still carry with me just in case I need to do something Francis related, it's difficult to pack more clothes than you need, but if you can, you always should, especially as a big guy. If you get sweaty, if you spill some food, you got extra shirts, extra pants. So I'm here for 4 nights, but just in case something happens, I've got about 7 pairs of pants and 8 different shirts, just to be on the safe side. Now, if earlier in the video you made fun of me for bringing my own extension cord with USB ports, let me point out to you that I was correct to do so, because look, this place is nice and everything, but it does have a much older style setup, so really only a couple of plugins and none of them USB. Glad I brought this.
3 days later.
And now, through the power of editing, it is a few days later and it's the end of Retropalooza. So I'm checking out of this room and I have a little ritual here. I actually learned this a bit from Casey Neistat. Number one, first off, always leave some cash for whoever's cleaning your room. They work hard, and especially if you're going to leave anything in the room that they have to deal with, it's a great way to make sure that they don't feel too miserable doing their jobs. It's just a polite thing to do. And then I always like to do a quick walkthrough to make sure there's nothing in the room that I'm forgetting. That's where it really serves you to go ahead and clean up after yourself, to make sure that there's nothing that you've left. And obviously you're not going to leave anything big like a piece of electronics or anything like that, but you never know when it comes to a small medication bottle. I've left shampoo, I've left clothes, I've left all kinds of things in a hotel, so always make sure to do the walkthrough, the pass-through. And Casey Neistat said it's a great way to say goodbye to a place that was home, even just for a short little while. So that's it. That's basically what it's like for me to travel, guys. I hope you're enjoying the travel vlogs. As you can tell, I have pretty much lost my voice at Retropalooza, which is very common for these cons, but I'm filming anyway. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon.